Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, ladies and gents, I just got something I want to show you. Now, I can't play this for too long because of copyright infringement issues, but we're only going to play a snippet, and we can do that because the law permits it. I just want you guys to notice something. Hold on one second. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm showing you this because this is how I feel sometimes. Since somebody said I was condescending and somebody said I was talking down to people, and I got to realize that everybody's not on the same level. Hold on.
Is that your big discovery that we were boyfriend and girlfriend, that we held hands, went steady?
If I were the Vice President's Chief of Staff, that's not something that I would want people to know, especially considering what?
I'm surrounded by morons, huge, clueless morons.
I've got a story here. Yeah, genius, you do. Only it's the wrong one. I'm not the story. The president's the story. The president is the one who slept with Amanda Tanner. I was your source in the White House. I sent you the pictures of Amanda and the president, the stupid dog. I sent you the West Wing logs. She visited him practically every day. Dear God, man, I did everything except draw you a picture of their stick figures doing it. All you had to do was put two and two together. What is it with people? Why are they so freaking stupid? You, Amanda, it was an easy script for both of you. Big letters, small words, you could follow it.
Hold on. Hold on. We got to listen to that again because this is important.
We held hands, went steady.
If I were the Vice President's Chief of Staff, that's not something that I would want people to know, especially considering that
Morons.
What?
I'm surrounded by morons, huge, clueless morons.
I've got a story here.
Yeah, genius, you do. Only it's the wrong one. I'm not the story. The president's the story. The president is the one who slept with Amanda Tanner. I was your source in the White House. I sent you the pictures of Amanda and the president, the stupid dog. I sent you the West Wing logs. She visited him practically every day.
Dear God, man, I did everything except draw you a picture of their stick figures doing it. All you had to do was put two and two together. What is it with people? Why are they so freaking stupid?
I didn't say it. He said it. He said, "What is it with people?" All you have to do is put two and two together. People, 1,000 videos, and individuals are asking me if I can explain things to them as if I didn't already do it. Hold on.
You,
Amanda, it was an easy script for both of you. Big letters, small words, you could follow it in your sleep.
Oh my God, you sent her into sleep.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's from a TV series called Scandal. But I remembered it. I remembered that's what he said. And I'm going, wait a minute. I've been telling this to people. I've been scripting it. I've been putting it on video. I've been putting evidence. And they're not getting it. And people don't understand how much stress that's causing. Now, it's not just the stress of people not getting it. That's not the point. The stress is everybody wants help. And then people think that they can buy your services. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't, I keep saying to people, you can't buy me. Everybody has a price. You keep listening to that junk in movies and thinking that's the key. Excuse me, when a person has integrity, you cannot buy them. It's the people with no integrity that will sit up and give up. Go and look at your history. You will find until this very day that every single Jehovah's Witness with integrity has never backed down, has never given up, has never told on any of its fellow. No matter what threats were made or what promises were made, they have maintained their integrity. In Eritrea, you don't know where Eritrea is. It's a country in Africa where military service is mandatory and where Jehovah's Witnesses are put in jail continually. Same thing happened over in Russia. The same thing happened in Germany. Same thing happened throughout the entire European countries. The United States used to do it as well until Jehovah's Witnesses helped to correct the matter before the Supreme Court of the United States. We don't go to war. But oftentimes we are put in a position where individuals are trying to force us to join the military. Well, in Eritrea, In particular, they have been putting Jehovah's Witnesses in jail, trying to make them recant, trying to make them do this, trying to make them do that, trying to make them sign. In World War II, they were known as the Purple Diamonds, trying to make them sign papers just to be released from jail. I'll tell you, somebody said, well, all you have to do is sign a plea and you'll get out today. They said that after 9 months, then at 11 months, then at 14 months, then at 23 months. And the answer was no. Why? Because to sign a plea agreement would be to lie. And for Jehovah's Witnesses during World War II and in Eritrea, for them to sign any papers saying that they would accept so-called temporary freedom, because that's all it is. There is no freedom in our society today. People, you are not free to do anything. You're not free to walk down the street when you feel like it. You're not free to sing when you feel like it. You are not free. And you all keep talking about being free. There is no freedom on this planet. There is not one single soul on this planet that is free on any level. Well, it's relative. That's right, relative. So why not be free, as En Vogue said? Free your mind and the rest will follow. I love En Vogue. And when they did the Free Your Mind song, it wasn't pop. It wasn't the most popular song they did, but they were telling the truth. Free your mind. As long as you're free, free on the inside. Now, I ain't talking about that bull crap. I'm talking about no one controls my mind. I do that. No one controls how I think. I do that. No one controls what I think about. I do that. Which is why I put my thoughts under tight, restrictive guard. You see, I don't allow my mind to think about things that I don't want to think about. I don't think about sex, don't think about pornography, I don't think about having it. I don't think about those things. Why? Because I trained my mind not to be concerned about that bull. Because the media, the industry, the Illuminati, the Freemasons, that's what they want people to be focused on. I choose not to let somebody corrupt my mind to be focused on things that normal people aren't focused on. Well, normal people are worried about this. Normal people are focused on sex. No, only in the Western states are people focused on sex. Well, no, that's not true because over there, that's a lie. Because you go to any other country that hasn't been influenced by the so-called commercialism, and you'll see that, yes, there is a underground party that might be focused on sex and gambling and all the dumb things and doing drugs. Yeah, the bottom feeders is who they are. But normal people don't think about sex all the time. But in our society, that's all we're taught. That's all everybody talks about. I was watching a TV series called Andromeda. And Andromeda, if you haven't seen it, it's a Gene Roddenberry sci-fi series. As a matter of fact, when Andromeda was out during the early 2000s, it was the most watched television program in the world, Western world that is, for 2 to 3 years straight. And it was a sci-fi series. Ladies and gentlemen, what you didn't know is that in just about every single episode of Andromeda, the captain had to kiss some female. There had to be some inference as to him having sex with some female or thinking that some female was attractive. Because the Western world has to throw sex into everything because you've heard it, sex sells. Well, I had time to sit back and look at my life and realize that, wait a minute, just about every TV show, all around me, all my friends, that's all they talked about was sex. And I had to realize, wait a minute, that wasn't me. It wasn't me when I was a child. It ain't me as an adult. I ain't got to think about that bull crap all the time. And so I tell people, hey, I am something you could never be. That's what I told people up until the point I was 20 years old, that I was a virgin. That's what people used to do. And so I came up with my own response. Since I was 15 years old, I had this response. I would tell them, but I'm something you can never be. Sorry, the girls actually used to like that. They actually used to stand on my side and say, you know what, he's right. And I like that. To this day, I appreciated them saying that. But please understand, right now I'm something most people couldn't be. I have been celibate for over 20 years, and I will be until I get married. Why am I doing this video? Well, as I just showed you, individuals were saying that I was condescending, that I was talking down to people. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not talking down to people. You guys have seen let's go to YouTube videos. This thing has 69 comments. So let's see if we can click on the comment section. And because again, 69, it was in its 50s a moment ago, but now it's 69. And I want to take a look at that. Oh, by the way, individuals, you asked for instructions on the POA, how to fill it out, and more information on the infant, estate, and birth certificates and the why resign as registered agent. That's all in this video here. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm still downloading, so this is going to take a moment because I'm downloading quite a bit of stuff. So while that's pulling up, just let me see if I can explain. None of these videos are designed to be a complete tutorial. Why? Because I'm not teaching a class. This is not school. We're not going to cover all of history. We're not going to cover every aspect of everything. Again, the 445 form, nobody showed me that. I ended up finding it one day by doing some research. And so when I looked at the form and I saw what it was for, I'm like, what the? And I did a video on it. Right after I found it, I didn't do any research, and I told people, maybe is what I said. I had no idea that the 445 form would be, for me, as successful as it was. And then I am not the only one. I have another person who showed me proof that he used it to file his court case and didn't pay any court fees. The problem is the courts are not used to receiving it. Okay? Then we talk about mortgages. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see those mortgage contracts? They're too thick. But what I told you all, as far as your mortgage is concerned, you do have mortgage insurance. Okay? And since you have mortgage insurance, that's all you need to be bringing up is that I have mortgage insurance and that this property is covered by mortgage insurance. That's all you need to be bringing up. Interesting, ain't it? But nobody's doing it. Oh, yeah, no, I was doing it. No, nobody's doing it because, see, I asked people to let me know. I even gave people the information that they should be bringing up regarding their mortgage insurance. There's several videos, including this one. I ain't heard back from nobody. Well, that's because you don't leave the comment section open. You know what? You're absolutely right. I think I should play that clip again for people like you who think that that's the reason. It's a wonderful life, everyone. There is a lot of people out there suffering. A lot of people out there who are trapped within this maze into thinking that they need to worry about their credit. Ladies and gentlemen, what you think is credit is not credit. Let me see if I can give you the best advice that I could possibly give you. Right now, on your computer or on a piece of paper, write down the phrase, what is the most important thing at this moment? Just write down that phrase. What is the most important thing at this moment? It's a simple phrase. It's not that many words. What is the most important thing at this moment? Less than 10 words. What is the most important thing at this moment? And take that note. You don't have to write it in big, huge letters, but take that note and put it all around you. In your house, in your car, in your purse, in your wallet. Take it and put it on your dashboard. Pin it to the front of your dashboard. so that you remind yourself, what is the most important thing that I should be doing right now? What should I be doing right now? What's more important at this moment? And focus on that. I promise you, your stress level will deteriorate. Why will your stress level deteriorate? Because you won't be anxious. You won't be worrying about nothing. Because if it ain't important at that moment, you will automatically tell yourself, I don't need to be worried about that right now. I'll worry about that when the time comes. It's not a matter of procrastinating. Uh-uh. Uh-oh. Boy age 12 dies after factory roof falls? Huh. Okay. BBC News. That's what I'm looking at right now. I don't want to read that story because it bothers me, especially when children that young die. But my being bothered by things like that, society knows that, the government knows that. That's why whenever you see a story, you always hear about women and children dying because it is in our nature to feel for the fact that a child has died because we recognize the innocence and the loss. So that's why you're always hearing about women and children. That's why you don't really hear about men dying. When they want your sympathy, you're always going to hear about women and children. When they don't want your sympathy, when they want to cover over it, then you'll hear things about civilian casualties. They'll use certain other words. But when they want your attention, when they want you to sit up there and be on their side, they'll start mentioning women and children. You don't believe me? Just pay attention to the news. Whenever there's a lot of deaths and they want your attention, just think about it. Look at the hurricane. You didn't hear anything about any children dying, did you? They just only focused on adults. But of course, we know children died during the hurricane, at least up to this point, because the hurricane isn't over. It's still trucking along. All right, ladies and gentlemen, by focusing on the most important things, you will relieve yourself a lot more stress. We have a situation where we have a process. I can't tell you the process because some of you will think that you can do the process and you will mess it up for everybody else. I don't want that, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want that because this is not new, this process. This is not new. But when it's done right, and we even have a judge telling somebody that they have the right to do this. We have some other states where the judge is saying that they can't do it, and we're showing them the case law where, oh, yes, we can. Oh, yes, we can. I serve Satan. I'm sorry. Uh, I apologize. Those of you who didn't get what I was just doing, that was Barack Obama when he was becoming the idiot to be president. He had people saying, yes, we can. Well, when you play yes, we can, the statement backwards, not when you read it backwards, when you play it backwards, the audio, it literally says, I serve Satan. Wait a minute. Let me turn this off because that's what's slowing down my internet, y'all. So let's turn that off if it'll let me. Okay, now let's see if we can find the I serve Satan. I'm looking for the will I am. Watch this. Oh, there it is right there. By will I am. See, you guys, like I said, you know the statement when Barack Obama 2006, 2007, 2008 had everybody raising their hands and fists in the air saying, yes, we can. And when he was throwing up the GOAT sign and everything, everything. Oh, I said we're going to look at 69 comments. So not going to look at them because there's no reason for you guys to see everybody's comment. But that's just to let you know, as I said, we've cut off the comments on that video, so we won't be showing anybody else. But I want to play the yes, we can. But I want to play the will I am. Yes, we can. It's on here. Let's get some volume. Come on now. Come on now, Will.
It was whispered by slaves and abolitionists as they blazed the trail toward freedom. Yes, we can.
Now
Yes,
that's
we can.
the hesitation, the pausing. That's because I got Dragon going, got this thing going, and got my word going. Then I got the whole internet thing going, that every one of these stupid sites refreshing, especially all 7 of these email addresses. Then I got this virus scanner, and this virus scanner going. So a lot of resources are being eaten up. So that's what the hesitation is for. But here we go. We're going to deal the yes we can. And he said, yes we can was shouted by slaves and all this other stuff. No, they didn't shout the slogan, yes we can. This was something that they created purposely because they know what yes we can means. Let's play this.
It was sung by immigrants as they struck out to distant shores, pioneers who pushed westward against unforgiving wilderness. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. It was the call of workers organized.
Oh no, not looking for this yes we can. I want the one played backwards. Hold on, that's not the one. This is the actual song. That's why it's 4 minutes and 30 seconds. I need the when it's played backwards. Let's see. You see, this one right here, I didn't know that there was a song actually called Yes We Can, y'all. Oh, there it is right there. Yes We Can reverse. That's what I want. That's the one I want. So that y'all can understand. I'm tethering, so that's why it's taking a moment. But I shut down everything else, so hopefully it'll be pulled up now.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Come on now. We're going to pause it so it can catch up so it doesn't have to keep refreshing because we need that line to be longer. So I'm going to let that go for just a second. But now you're going to get to hear, if you ain't already heard it for the first time. And they say it's saying thank you, Satan. But if you listen to it, you can really hear it sounds like I serve Satan. Okay. But anyway, hold on. Come on now. Play now. All right, put y'all on. So let's see if it's going to play now. Because we got it to go all the way down there now. So let's see. Really? I didn't know this could do that.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
I did not know you could do that. Interesting. I have the same software, so I didn't know. Now I get to see. Now, ladies and gentlemen, while he's about to reverse it, because that's what he's getting ready to do, understand why the statement, yes, we can. What does yes, we can mean? It's just a simple,
yes, we can.
Stupid statement.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Thank you, Satan. Thank you, Satan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Satan.
I thought it did say, I serve Satan. It says, thank you, Satan. Now, some people saying, that's not what it's saying. Of course that is.
Yes, we can.
That's exactly what
Yes,
it's
we
saying.
can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Thank you, say. Thank you, say. Thank you, say. Thank you, say.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, why the statement, yes, we can? Think about it. Why those words? Why, yes, we can? What does yes, we can mean? Yes, we can what? You know, that's like saying, I got it, I got it, I got it, and you're not in a football game. You're not in a baseball game. That's like saying, I got it. You got what? I got it. Okay, what is it you got? What does yes, we can mean? Notice the speech that he gives. He kept saying, yes, we can, but he never said, yes, we can what? Why did he have people chanting? Because that's what it was. It's a chant. That's why he says it over and over and over again. Yes, we can. 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 Why were they shouting this over and 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 over again? This is what people do. People follow. I don't follow people. I don't just run with the crowd. I was, as a child, told about peer pressure and about how much control peer pressure has over someone. So I made it a point to avoid peer pressure at every turn. I don't do anything because it's what everybody else wants me to do. I'm sorry, let me say it this way. This person has 20,000 subscribers. Okay, 20,000. I don't want to be like Mike. I don't want 20,000 subscribers. Okay? And this thing was published back in, he's got 49,000 views from 2014. I don't want 29,000 subscribers because that's 29,000 people that I'd have to cater to. I don't want that. I don't need that. Well, okay, then I want to subscribe. I didn't ask you to subscribe. I don't ask anybody to subscribe. I'm sorry, I can't show you the comments there because some of them use curse words. Oh, that's the other thing. The comment section, a lot of people were putting in curse words because that's part of their everyday vocabulary. In my book, and I don't care if this is how you feel or how you don't feel, if you feel this applies to you or doesn't apply to you, when you use curse words, it shows a lack of intelligence. Why? Because you only use curse words because you have no other vocabulary. You have the inability to think of a correct phrase. You can't think on your feet. Ladies and gentlemen, I have always had that view. And a woman who curses? Whew, that ain't no woman. That ain't no lady. Okay? Ladies don't curse. Women don't curse. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a woman and I curse. Exactly. You just proved my point. Again, like I said, women and ladies do not curse. Others do. Those other categories that we talked about before, they do. But women and ladies, they don't curse. Women and ladies don't walk around looking like sluts, looking like hoes, looking like prostitutes. They don't use their so-called physique to get people's attention, to get their way. A woman and a lady knows how to carry themselves. They walk with their heads held level, not held up in the sky as if they're above everybody else. That's a woman and a lady. A woman and a lady treats themselves like women and ladies. Now, all the other ones, they will go around masquerading, pretending. I know. Well, why are you doing this video? Because when I showed you at the beginning that episode of Scandal, he talked about the guy being a moron. Then he talked about people being stupid. Like I said, stupid is not a bad word. Stupid is a word that has its own definition. But people understand the connotation of the word stupid. A lot of people want someone to hold their hand. A lot of people want someone to do the work for them. And I know that. I realize that. You know, when I started up the Legal Redress Commission, the third commission was very upset. The attitude, and primarily this came from Ron, this attitude that we shouldn't be doing nothing for the people. They should be doing the work, and we should just be telling them what to do. And I told them, I don't think so. So that's not how this is going to operate. We're not going to tell people what to do. I said, a lot of people are too busy to do the work themselves. So what we're going to do is we're going to provide an organization that will do the work for them, and they will pay us for our services. That's what the whole understanding of the Legal Redress Commission was for. And it's the same mindset of SATCOM, that many of you don't want to sit back and do a lot of the work. But what I have done is I've said, but wait a minute, we're going to reduce the price because they have got to educate themselves. So we require that you have a certain level of education. But you don't tell us where to do the research. And yes, we do. On all the videos, I show you where I do my research. Okay? On all the videos, I show you where I do my research and how I get what I get. I just did a video talking about the birth certificate and was showing you how to go about doing that research. This is what I'm talking about. See, Eon, love and respect you for what you're doing. You know what? I said I wasn't going to include no more comments, but you getting posted, okay? You getting posted. Oh, he's already posted, okay? And the people who are asking about civil action, y'all, we already talked about that. But, and this person right here, I know everybody complains about you being a smart. See, now that's okay. I'll leave that because that's left up to the person's imagination. That could be just smart and just hyphenated, okay? But they don't get it. I'm sure you're at your wits' ends. And you know what? Thank you. I get the pun. And he's absolutely right. You tell Leonardo I said hello, all right, Mike? All right, DiCaprio, okay? Anyway, absolutely right. Because I am at my wits' end. I'm being pulled apart. I'm being pulled at one end to the other, to the other, to the other, to the other. I told everybody I was going to be starting a small little group, and what we're going to do is I was going to help them individually as a group, teach them about some of the things we were doing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did. We had a group for 4 months. We trained on a particular subject to help them save their homes. And many of them are still going through the process right now because they had to learn it first. So I did take a small little group, and if you can understand, every Saturday morning, with the exception of this one because we've discontinued that group, we're still working with them, but we needed to get that group started, but I also needed to free up some of my time. And I had gone as far as I could go with that group. Ladies and gentlemen, they got exactly what I had promised we were going to do, taking a small little group and doing a webinar. And we literally did a webinar every single weekend. Now, will I be doing it again in the future? I don't know, because that took up a lot of time and it was a lot of stress. Will we be teaching this to people in the future? I want to teach it to you all. But most of the emails I've been getting is people who don't want to do the research, and the people we were working with had to do research. They had to do research. Ladies and gentlemen, we know that, because I'm reading his comment, we know that all of you are not rich. And I know that to some people, $560 is a lot of money, a lot of legal tender, and that everybody doesn't have it. We know this, we understand this. So please don't misunderstand us. But that was the lowest price that we could put on things. And we even, because we added the other features, we had to bring it up a notch. Why? Because of the value of the other features. Now, when you do your research, and those of you who stuck around this long, you're the ones who are going to benefit the most. Those of you who are getting our CPN included in your packet, do your research on CPNs. Many of you have had foreclosures. Many of you have had defaults and a bunch of other things, or having people garnish your wages. Look, do your research on CPN. and understand what a CPN is, you're capable of doing with a CPN. And notice that we're doing this for you at no additional charge. Those of you who were with us prior, those of you who are with us in the future, it's also included in your packets. So understand this, SAT Pack 1, SAT Pack 2, when you go through SATCOM, okay? So understand this. That's what we're doing. And I promise you, go out there and see how much a CPN will cost you, and see if the individuals do not charge you upwards over 1,000. And we're including that in the package, okay? Why? Because we want to make it as reasonable as possible and accessible to you as possible. We're not trying to block you out. We're not trying to take your monies. Look, the guy who's helping people with mortgages, he's charging them $7,000 for his itty bitty little tiny promissory note. Okay, $7,000. Ladies and gentlemen, that is 6 times what we have told people we would do. $7,000. And all he does is one piece of paper, and I'm told he follows up with another piece of paper. $7,000, but it saves their home. And then you guys, when you do it, you put a lien on the property. Yes, we put a lien on the property LLC, and we make a guarantee to tell the person that we will never take their property from them. But if they do sell the property, we will get the monies that we were invested by deferring the cost. Well, isn't that the same thing? No, that's not the same thing, because they're not out of any money out of their pocket. They're only out of funds when the property sells. And if it takes 15 years, after 15 years, then the lien is removed automatically. $7,000. Why? That doesn't make any sense. That means he handles 7 mortgages. No, let's give him 10 mortgages. He gets $70,000 for handling 10 mortgages. I'm handling 15. And I promise you, I haven't even received anything near $7,000. That's my frustration, everyone. Is that some people are so gullible and they're spending all this money. I mean, we talked about the people who spent, the one lady who gave Ron $5,000, Ron West of the Legal Redress Commission, and then gave him, another one gave him $7,000, a total of $12,000. Between those 2 people alone, excuse me, and he never did anything? I'm finding these people are spending $3,000, $4,000 to people, and they're not getting anything out of it. And then I got this guy from California, whom I will give you his information because this idiot I put people in touch with. And then he's been avoiding me because he's the one who caused this person to lose his home. And when I asked him for the paperwork that they filed, he claims that he can't give me a copy. I need that copy to prove that they filed it so that I could stop the sale. And he told me he couldn't give it to me. So within a week, I'll be blasting that idiot on video. Why? Because I put the person in touch with him. This is my reputation. And you don't do that. Okay? You don't get to do that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, no reply. No reply. It says reply 1, and I was looking to see what the reply was, but there's no reply there. So I need to, when I get rid of y'all's, I'm going to go and check out the video and see. Now, what I did is I said no more commenting 5 hours ago, 20 hours ago. These are the top comments. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look. We're going to do the newest first. See when the last comment was. Now, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. You all know that I've read the comments. But if I just put a block on the comments, if that didn't work, then I'm going to take the comments off of this video. Because I don't want the stupid people, because I'm not going to continue to come and check the video. So I got to make sure. And if that is the case, that stupid people are here, 5 hours ago, 5 hours ago. Okay, so it is exactly what I said. It is blocked. Whew! Because if I find that it ain't, then it's on. Okay? It really is just that simple. All right. So what I'm going to do is just let you know a lot of stress, a lot of work, and when you're working on an appeal or you're working on a motion for somebody, that's not a one-page document. It's not something, again, you can just snap your fingers to. Each appeal has to be tethered, tailored, and specifically designed for each particular court, each particular jurisdiction. Why? Because they're different cultures. Chicago has its own culture. North Carolina has its own culture. New York has its own culture. California has its own culture. Washington State has their own culture. The judges grew up a different way. They live in a different culture. So I have to tailor it towards the personality of the court. So I have to do a little bit of research, look and recall, look, or remember some decisions by the court to see how they tend to rule. And if I don't have anything, then I tend to go by the Supreme Court rulings that dealt with that particular court or that particular area, circuit, district, to kind of get them to do what they're supposed to do. Normally, it doesn't get that far. Okay? Normally, the only reason why we do the appeals, the only reason why we do the lawsuits, is so we're letting the banks know that this one ain't going to be easy. How many of you lost your home without filing a lawsuit? How many of you lost your home without appealing your lawsuit? How many of you lost your home without filing bankruptcy? Exactly. So we let them know that this ain't going to be easy. We let them know that we're going to fight. People, too many of you have given up. So in the last video, we talked about this right here. Come. Void judgments. Do yourself a favor, look up void judgments and go and get that judgment against you removed. Do yourself that favor. Okay. Have a good day, everyone.